Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's time for another Tiny Tidy Tuesday video. Tiny Tiny Tuesday is a collaboration hosted by Sunday Dawn at The Helpful Home. Please check out in the description below the link to the playlist for all the other Tiny Tidy Tuesday videos that will be uploading this week. And if you haven't done so already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and click the notification bell so you will be notified the next time I upload a video. Hey y'all, here I am in the vehicle. We're driving down to Charleston, South Carolina. Our daughter graduates on Friday. It's very, very exciting. I just thought I would throw you a quick video as we're filling up on gas and all that good stuff, and let you know what I decided to bring with me. I was thinking, what book do I want to read? And then it occurred to me as I was going through my office that I have all kinds of notebooks and folders filled with different notes and stuff that I've kept over the past 12 years. So I brought all this with me, right? And they're all just notes and letters. When I pray, I don't know why I put that in quotes, but I often write my prayers out, which is really cool because then you can see God working in your life as you reflect back on, what was going on. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So I brought all of this. I was like, what better book to read than notes that I have taken over the past 10, 12 years. So it's a little bit of the whole Swedish death cleaning idea of getting rid of things that you don't want other people to find later when you're gone. I have already started decluttering. I brought a bag to throw my trash in while we're driving. So I'm decluttering in the car, going through paperwork, and it's surprisingly kind of fun. Reminiscing has been really fun. I'm actually looking forward to going through the rest of this, but I'm feeling so productive on an 18-hour car journey. What's really, really fun is that I found a note. Oh man, I should have pulled this out earlier. I found a note from 2010 where I had some serious thoughts about the agony that the clutter in my life was causing. Like, wow. Anyway, I'll get back to you later. I found some gems amongst the madness. And some of them, actually many of them, have a lot to do with running my home, with being organized, with decluttering, with feeling overwhelmed, with figuring out how to plan my day, and all things related to being an at-home mom, or maybe even just a human living in a home that is overrun by stuff. And since I started my YouTube journey sort of late in the game, and I have already decluttered most areas in my home pretty thoroughly, you don't get the benefit of watching me go through the physical process. But I found some gems in here that speak to what was going on inside my mind and heart during that time. So I thought today, for Tiny Tidy Tuesday, I would actually read to you some of my thoughts and journal entries and bits of wisdom that I have gained over the years. It'll give you an inside look to my brain and my heart and my journey. So the first one is from 2010, so 12 years ago. So my baby was 4, my middle child was 9, and our oldest was 11. And this came from a prayer journal. I won't read the whole thing. I say, I am so very fortunate that you find me so worthy of so much. Why then is it, God, that I find all that I have to be such a burden? I feel so completely trapped by all the things that fill our home that do not have daily use or significant function in our lives. It seems so obvious to just go through it all and get rid of it, but then I struggle with how to do that exactly so that I am not disrespectful of you and so that the extra items find an appropriate home. I pray that you will remain close by me over the next few weeks as all the items, oh, that's right, we were going through a major house renovation at the time, my husband and his dad and my husband's friend, who's a cabinet maker, were redoing our kitchen, but it wasn't just redoing our kitchen. It was taking down walls, putting up support beams, molding the doorways to have an arch. And at the time, everything that used to live prior to the construction in the living room, dining room, and kitchen was all shoved in our den. And there was literally, kind of like what you might see on that TV show Hoarders, there was a pathway to get into the den, and you actually had to climb over the arm of the sectional couch to sit down at the couch to watch the television. And that at the time, for an entire summer, let's see, I think it started like in April of 2010, and we weren't fully in our new space until school started in September. That entire time, my husband had made a makeshift kitchen in our mudroom, and we were eating off of paper plates, and my kitchen counter was just a fold-up table. And I was doing dishes in a sink that was this big. It was a little bit of a nightmare. Anyway, so that's where my head's at this time. I pray that you will remain close by me over these next few weeks as all the items are placed into a space within our newly renovated home, or as they find new places outside of our home to be useful. Stay with me and guide my decisions. There are so many categories: kitchen, pantry, food, books, school, office supplies, crafts, games, scrapbooking, albums, instruments, artwork, furniture, linens, clothing, holiday items. Please help me create an organized, joyful, happy, well-run home where children can thrive and learn. I was really overwhelmed. I just go on to pray for the relationships in the household, mostly because I was feeling so overwhelmed that I was feeling like I was angry all the time and frustrated. And I knew I was getting this gorgeous kitchen. You guys have all seen it. I am so honored to live in the beautiful home that I live in, and that my husband and his father were able to do this work for us. And really, we paid for supplies, and we paid for the cabinetry that his friend made for us. And at the time, I was feeling like I was acting ungrateful. It was a lot. And being overrun with stuff in your home when you have little people, it's a never-ending process, right? Day after day, it's the same thing. I've gone through it before. Plan, shop, prepare, cook, clean, put away the dishes, do the laundry, kids to bed, kids up, drive them here, drive them there. And then when you pile homeschooling on, which I was also doing at the time, and homeschooling wasn't very popular, especially in southern New Hampshire in 2010, I'll tell you. This is not a woe is me moment. This is truly just if you are out there living in a home that's overrun by stuff, I feel you. And all we can do is a little bit every single day to move towards the home and the environment and the person that we want to be. Just do a little bit in the right direction of look at the next decision and say, I have a couple of choices here. Which choice do I make that is going to move me closer to what I want? So some other things that I've written down here, just little bits of wisdom. There are enough hours in the day to do everything that is important. There is no time, however, to procrastinate. Every minute is precious and should be purposefully spent. Be conscious of how you spend the precious gift of time. Here was a reminder to myself. Do what my positive inner voice says without giving it more thought. I have this really interesting, maybe everybody does, I don't know. But for example, I'll be at the grocery store and I'll have my list, right? And I'll be going down the aisles or whatever and getting the things that I need. And then I'll pass by something and my head will be like, pick that, bring that home. But also I'm very mindful of not bringing home things that aren't on my list because I don't want to be giving into an impulse buy. However, there is a difference between my impulse buy voice and this little niggling feeling like you need butter, even though it's not on the list, right? And then invariably, if I don't pick it up, I get home and within a day or two, I need the very thing that my brain told me to pick up. So it's a reminder to trust your intuition. Learn how to listen to yourself because there is an inner knowing that knows. And what's the worst that can happen? You spend $3.49 on a pound of butter. It's probably more like $5 now. Big deal, right? You're gonna use it eventually. I must get a routine together and stick to it. It is imperative for efficiency, balance, joy, health, and happiness in my life. Here was a good one. I must take care of what is right in front of me rather than turning a blind eye because I don't want to do it or it doesn't fit into my schedule. If the dishes are dirty, I must wash them. If the house is a mess, I must pick up. If there's dirty laundry, I must throw in a wash. If people are hungry, I must feed them. The giving of myself, my time, my energy, my effort is what is going to propel change in my life. That's one to take to the bank. I can't fix everything or anyone. I can only manage and change things about myself and my immediate environment. 2017. 7 years later than when we started. Oh, I forgot this. In 2017, I started volunteering as a companion with a hospice organization where you go in once a week and visit a hospice patient, either at a facility where they're staying or in their home. And for almost an entire year, I had the rare, beautiful opportunity to spend time with a very special woman named Emily. And Emily was an at-home mom, and we chatted a lot about common themes. And one day she suggested to me something that made a huge change in her life. And that was that she made Mondays me days. So after a long week and a weekend having everyone at home, on Monday, when everyone went back to work and went back to school, she spent time focusing on herself so that she would have the reserves to draw from once they came home and for the rest of the week. And I thought that was fantastic. I wrote, I am so grateful Emily suggested I keep Mondays as me days. I'm so grateful for everything I've been able to accomplish today. I'm also grateful not to be overscheduled and happy I was able to get so much done around the house today. Laundry, changing beds, dusting rooms, and I didn't feel stressed. But then a week later, literally like 6 days later, I am exhausted from lack of quality sleep this weekend. I am unmotivated to do much of anything. I need to eat breakfast, but am so funky, nothing seems appetizing, nor do I have the energy to cook. I hate dreary days. I want to go back to bed, but will only feel more sluggish if I do so. Days like these, I don't want to be the adult with responsibilities. I want to be kid again. I want to be little. I want to be fed, and I want a nap. And then I write down things that I'm grateful for each of my kids for, and my husband. I'm grateful for my youngest, for her love and her spunk. I am grateful for my middle child and their responsibility and baking prowess. I am grateful for our oldest and his courage, intelligence, and sweetness. I am grateful for my husband and his commitment to our family, his work, and I am grateful for his love. So I write lovely things like that, and then I write things like this. A wasp stung me as I laid in bed tonight. The little I just want you to know that I'm not always pious. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it kept on going. Now my arm hurts. I pray I have a restful night's sleep and a productive day tomorrow. I am hating all this extra weight. Oh yeah. I was 180 pounds. Yep. I have to drop 10 pounds just to get back to okay heavy. My high blood pressure is a sure sign that I am out of whack, and I don't like this slippery slope. I need to start cooking regularly for the family, and again, making healthier food the priority of my days and the week. I need to plan dinner and get it started each day after breakfast, or at least know what the dinner plan is. Okay, I loved finding this. I wrote a letter to myself on day 1 of something called a 21-day declutter challenge. Dear Excess, I have been so blessed to have so much in my life and not want for any material things. I am truly grateful. But Excess, the truth is that I have been fighting a daily internal battle over your very presence in my home for years now. You have been a very quiet presence in our household, yet your presence causes overwhelm in my mind, and I feel you are interfering with my ability to fully enjoy my family and all the things that we have, that we need, and actually use. Because you sit around and take up space and don't add value. I find myself thinking about you a lot and wondering what you are doing in our house and why you are just taking up space. When will you leave? Or when will you finally become a vital part of our lives? But you persist on hanging around and doing nothing. I am so sorry if this makes you feel bad, but I have to let some of you go so I can have peace of mind, concentrate on the people I love, free up time to do fun stuff, sit in my house without focusing on you or thinking I should dust or organize you. I just want to enjoy simply being. Goodbye, clutter. Thanks again for being there when you were needed. It is time for me to let you go to Goodwill, Savers, or the dump. I hope that you bless another family or person. love me. So that's interesting because at the beginning, 2010, this was January 21st, 2018. So for 8 years, I was still feeling the same thing, but I definitely was making progress over those 8 years. After I wrote this letter, by the way, there's nothing else about the rest of the 21 days, and I remember nothing about it. It was after 2018 that I really started making headway. So, actually, I'm sorry, there is a day 2. Number 1, thou shalt not force family to get on board. Number 2, thou shalt declare a spending freeze. Number 3, thou shalt go at a pace that best serves you. Oh my gosh. I thought that's just brilliant. Just making sure that there isn't something else in here that I really wanted to read to you guys. Okay. So thank you for listening today. And I really, truly hope with every fiber of my being that something that was said or shared here today during this Tiny Tidy Tuesday video spoke to you and reached out to somebody deep down in a place that you needed, that you feel understood, that you feel held, that you don't feel alone. And yeah, you're not the only one out there feeling the way that you do about the stuff that is cluttering your life. And that it could be a journey. It could take a while. It took me 12 years to go from my first letter where I write, I feel so completely trapped by all the things in our home, to goodbye clutter. That was 8 years in and of itself. And then from goodbye clutter, I'm done with you, to now 2022, 4 years later, I am free from clutter. I just wish with everything that is me that I could show you the journey that I went through. I wish I had thought to record it. I didn't. But trust me, all of that experience lives inside here, and I have all the faith in the world that you can get where you need to go with the stuff in your home. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up, and comment in the comment section below. 1, it really helps my channel, which is fantastic. I really like that. But most importantly to me, I want to know about you and your journey. Are you struggling with something today? Did something I read today speak to you? So again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and your comments and your subscription. If you would share this video, share my channel with your friends and family, that would be amazing. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers, and I would really, really love to hit that threshold, because honestly, I have this cat, Bunny. There's a video, the story of Bunny, my diabetic cat. If I could get monetized and even make, I don't know, 25 bucks a month, I mean, it would be amazing. Just a little tiny bit to help pay for Bunny, that would be fantastic. I never even had thought about that beforehand until my Bunny video just took off. I think it's had like 40,000 views, and I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe this is the universe showing me that there's a way to help pay for Bunny's diabetic medicine. Maybe not, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so that's how to help me. But more than anything, really, I don't need that. We can take care of Bunny perfectly fine on our own It would just be a lovely little extra. More than anything though, let me know how I can help you. All right, be well and have a great day.